Hey y'all, I'm William from Latitude. Welcome to this simple overview of the Latitude platform. What we're going to be doing today is creating a prompt, evaluating that prompt, and then publishing it. So let's get started. First, what you're going to do is click here and create a project. We're going to call this anything you like, call it demo. And now you're going to be brought to the playground. Now here in the playground, what we're going to do is click over here on create a prompt from scratch. And we're going to call this prompt. Awesome. So now we're in the editor. Now here in the editor is where we're going to give the prompt to the platform. So we actually have that already prepared, and you can find this on the docs under the section no code. We're just going to paste it here. And this is a basic prompt that would be typical for a PM for analyzing customer feedback. So here's a response from an NPS survey, and here we have two variables. And then we have instructions for those classifications. Now, most of this is unimportant right now. What we want to do is we want to go to here, preview, and we want to give these parameters temporary values. So let's do 8 for score, and we'll say, I like the UI, and let's see how it performs. Let's run it, and we have that classified as user interface and user experience. That's pretty good. So let's try it again. We'll go new chat right here, and we'll say, I like the speed. Let's see how it classifies that. We'll hit run, and we have that classified as performance and reliability. Okay, so that's all checking out, but what's important here is we've created 2 runs, and those runs will appear here in logs. Now, you go to logs, and you'll see each of them categorized to here. Now, you can click on these logs, and you have a moment-by-moment run of everything that happened. Now, what we can do here is create a data set. So if we click here and click here, we can go here on the bottom where it says add 2 logs to data set and create a new data set. Now, give this data set a name. We'll call it a golden data set. And we'll hit add to data set. Cool. So now we have a data set. Now what can we do with this data set? Well, we can do evaluations. So let's go to evaluations here. And evaluations are important because it's a way for us to measure the performance of our prompts. And that's quite critical if you want to make prompts that work reliably. What we're going to do here is create an accuracy evaluation. To do that, we can go over here to add evaluation. So in add evaluation, you have 3 types of evaluations. We have programmatic rule, LLM as judge, and human in the loop. Today we're interested in LLM as a judge. There's an LLM making an evaluation of your prompt. Okay, so it's called accuracy. The description is, does it match the expected output? We have to select an LLM to be the judge. So let's pick Latitude GPT-4.1, for example, and we need to give it the criteria. Is this accurate? Let's say the pass description is accurate, and the fail description is not accurate. Cool, let's create this evaluation. Awesome, now we have an evaluation. What we can do with evaluations is run experiments. Now, this experiment is going to allow us to compare different variables. In this case, we're going to compare models. So let's add another experiment, and let's change the model here. Let's try GPT 4.1 mini. Okay, so we're running that on the accuracy evaluation, and we need to pick a data set. Now we'll select this data set that we already created, which is quite small. This is not a representative data set, but it's good for the purposes of this demonstration. So let's run the experiment, and we'll have the live run right here. Now, we can see that the experiments are over, and they've both passed. Okay, let's see which one went faster. Okay, it seems like the GPT-4.1 was faster. So seeing as that's already our prompt, we don't need to do any changes, but let's say we were happier with the 4.1 mini. What we could do here is go use prompt, and we'd be brought back to the editor, and then we can hit apply. Now that would apply the changes, and we would have this better version of the prompt in this hypothetical. Awesome. So now we're happy with the prompt. What do? Well, we need to make it official. And the way we do that is we go up here to the top left and we publish this version. All this does is solidify the current version that you're on. So publish new version, and now we have a published version, which will appear here as live. If we would like to make a new version, we can just go here and click new version. Now, that's basically all you need to know about getting started with Latitude. Thanks for being here, and have fun prompting.